Hey everybody, it's Triple J. Welcome back to another episode of Modded Valley here in City Skylines. Last time, we put together this lovely recycling center slash tram depot, which I think works really, really well. I love how the building that has the road already inside of it is connected to this side of the road, so it almost looks like you can enter on this side. And the hedge with the trees sort of naturally just kind of creates, I don't know, a more manicured spot. I love this little roundabout and how we cover it with concrete. I just think it looks really, really nice and looks, I don't know, looks intentional, I guess. So, but today we need to work on this area, and I was also thinking about working on the ferries, and I have to tell you, before I started this video, I reloaded the game like 4 or 5 times because I was thinking, you know, I would really love these canals to be a little bit higher. I would love the boats to be a little bit higher, right? Because it's a pretty steep drop coming off of there and frankly quite dangerous. And so I was trying lots of things. I was adding water sources. I tried adding a water source, but the water source is too big for the canal. So it was flooding everything. That didn't work. Just to get some more water in here. And then I thought, well, what if I made a shallower canal? Well, then when I made the shallower canal, water wouldn't come in because... And then I thought, well, let me make the sea level higher. Well, when I made the sea level higher, that seemed to work okay in this area because, as you can see, it looks kind of low, right? We have a little bit of this cliff face over here. Well, where it didn't work was over here because the sea level is considerably higher. As you can see, there's almost no shoreline, right? And when I did that, it flooded this entire area. And so I was thinking, well, I could probably maybe terraform this higher. I've tried wider canals. It just, nothing was really working the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. And I'm sure that there is a solution, but boy, I have to tell you, it was not a simple one. But yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna leave the canals the way they are in this current iteration. I would, you know, ultimately maybe I'll find a solution at some point, but ultimately I would like them to be a little bit higher, or perhaps these just be a little bit lower. But there we go. So we're gonna have to do the ferries, and that will be something that we work on, but perhaps that's next episode because I do really want to get going on this side and kind of see what we can do with this side of the road. So first thing is, let's see if we can get some sort of a park or plaza that fits really nicely in here. And I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but again, remember, we want something really lovely across from the monorail stop. So if that is your first time coming into our fair downtown area, it looks nice. You know, it's something that has some pizzazz to it, or at least some sort of connection to something. This could actually be really nice off of this road. What happens if I do that? It's going to destroy it, but if I shift this over just a squidge and then put this down, let me turn on anarchy. And then bring this down to where it normally goes, and then bring it back out again. It's like this little like memorial thing. But I really like this. I actually really enjoy putting this outside of like stadiums. But that's a nice kind of a park. It shows a little bit of, you know, maybe the diversity we have in our city, different cultures, languages, and things. That's kind of nice. But yeah, I want to create this as one giant park. So, I just need one gate. So what I'm going to do is put a main gate there and a side gate there. And then I'm going to have to shift these over probably just a little bit to where this comes down. Actually, back in the other direction. There we go. Same deal here. Let's build this down. I'll connect it. And then we'll just shift as needed. And then you have some, yeah, that's nice. So now we have a proper park. Which means we can put like a cafe or something over here. Maybe some restrooms. Just something alongside of it that it just feels like an open space that you can come and hang out and walk through, different things like that. Let's put the friendly neighborhood park in as a gazebo, and that is actually okay that sort of overlaps a little bit. I think I'm all right with that. This doesn't look quite right though. I think this needs to be bent. Yeah. And then maybe over here you can put like a little playground on there. Perhaps a couple gazebos? But actually, let's just... The gazebos facing in, not off the road. There we go. They're inside the park. And then I think I'll put a fence up through there, just to sort of divide the space. And the nice thing is these fences connect up to the gates, which is really, really handy. And there's the little hedge on that. And there's a fence on this already. So you know what? I'm going to put this little trampoline park down and shift this. Can I get both of those in there without crowding it? The answer is not really, but I could get it across here. And that would work. I'll probably fill that in with concrete or put something in there. That works really nice. And maybe just put another path through there. Yeah. Means we can fit something else right in here. That's a little too big. Could put this little square in. Oh, that's actually really nice on that corner. We do have this over it. How can I have my cake and eat it too on this? Guess I could raise this up. This is a little higher. And then that could just, I don't know, kind of arch down just ever so slightly. Or do I just raise it up to be that level? I also don't have a pillar there, which I feel like I did before, but maybe I didn't. There we go. And then it's above the trees. It's a little higher, but it's not that steep of a walk. Maybe a little bit, but not too bad. Cool. And then we'll just kind of add in some trees. This. Over here. I'm going to turn on prop and tree anarchy so I can squeeze a couple more trees in there.
The Brontosaurus. For
Little pines.
These gentle and graceful giants roamed the earth, grazing off the lush
All right.
vegetation of the time.
That is very nice. Aspen Grounds. That is really nice. Just a nicer area to have built out. Perhaps we go. Let me turn this off. I'm gonna put a fence there. Just gonna kill those trees. Actually, I'm wondering.
This is Jimmy Fry's coming to you from Studio 2.
What if I can?
Looks like someone's horsing around.
Let me turn off.
Okay. Easy, boy.
Buildings.
They'll play your favorite hits, give out great prizes, and laugh their way through your commute. Jimmy and the Stallion.
Oops, I don't want to do that. I just want the edges. Just slide the whole thing over. There we go.
This is Deep Thought. Welcome back. Deep Focus Channel.
And then can I go all the way to here? And here to the gate. Just giving it a little bit of dimension. I think that's really nice. These trees back. In the corners there a little bit. There. Gives it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to kind of just plop in some bushes in the back here. And one more tree in that corner. There we go. Yeah. Really nice. Okay. So we do have this walkway coming across. We need to start to make a decision now about what exists over here. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but that's only because of where this exists. And so I think in the spirit of moving the ferries, I think it would be valuable, as we talked last time, every single ferry stop is on this side of the canal. I think it would behoove us to have one on the other side. So we could have two over here, and this middle one we could transfer to the other side. It's a little tricky, but I think we can do it. So let me go. I'm going to move that. See, that's the problem. I think I might need to actually use move it. So let me disconnect these. Let's see. I'm going to shift this around. Now it's probably going to really mess up the... Ooh, it takes up the whole canal. That is the problem. So I'd have to shift... Right, because we have the tram coming through here. Right. And so then we have this. Yeah. Okay. Shoot. That was probably why we didn't do that in the first place. Well, let's go like this real quick, okay? Let's just let's make a decision here. I'm gonna go like that. Clear out, because that's about how far they are. Yeah, it's right over the edge of the canal there. Okay. And what we're going to do is... let's get creative with this over here. So, we need the tram road to come through. But what if the tram road split for this? I mean, it's a little unorthodox, I suppose, but could be interesting nonetheless. So we go, 2-lane. We continue the bike path look of the tram roads. I'm going to curve that, I think, later. Here, let me add a crossing so I can manipulate these roads. And then I'm going to add just the slightest curve in there. Actually, now I can get rid of these roads. So what I'm going to do is turn the snapping back on. Try to make a nice curve like that. Hooking back up. Okay, and then I think it'll be okay if we shift this out just a little bit more. That's fine. Now, the tram road, we're just going to have that single... I think I have to grab it in here. Tram. There we go. Let's do this. Can I get this going? Oh boy. Let me get rid of these real quick. And I think I'm going to move this to there for now. So I can kind of see what I'm doing here. Actually, I have an idea. And I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna go. Boy, I think I may need to go rogue with this. So grab this here and go like that. We'll mess with this later, okay? Oh boy, here we go. And then I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go like that. And I'm gonna shift this totally over and pull this in. So they're literally next to each other. Curve that a bit. And awkward time to do that. There we go. Okay. All right, so those are literally next to each other, and then connect them up to the road. It might be really, really bad actually, because we're gonna have the two. We could always maybe put an intersection there, or some sort of a juncture. Don't know. Let me go. Oh boy. I don't actually know how this is gonna go. How do I make that work? Can I not do this? Like that. Okay. Just do this side. Okay. So it just diverts it, right? It's just diverting. Listen, there are weird and wacky streets. Now I'm going to do that, but then I'm going to mess with it. There are weird and wacky streets all over the world that do weird stuff. So why should we be any different? Now the question is, yeah, how is this intersection going to look? Are they too close together? The answer is probably. I'm just kind of seeing what I got to work with here. Is a longer approach going to be better? No, I think they're too close to each other. So what I'm going to do is shift these away a little bit more. And then maybe we can just put like a path in between it or something, or even just have a stop there. Have that be a little straighter. That's actually not looking too bad. Really using Move It here to get what we want. So not as tight as I would have liked it, but there's a little bit of a rip there, but wondering if I can get rid of that, actually. I can, by having this be a little tighter. Or a little further away, rather. Now, again, yeah, there's this weird crossing thing, but there's going to be lights there. And there were lights there already, so I'm not super concerned. It is an awkward, like, 4-way intersection. But it does give us an opportunity to have the ferry on this side. It's a little further out than I would like, but... see if I can... get as close as possible. Now, was there a... now, this road is going to just have to cease to exist. Maybe we can put something else in here. I don't know. Now, the question is, where were the stops? Was there a stop there? There wasn't, but I'm going to drag this stop and move it to there, I guess. And then this stop will move to there. So it'll stop not on the street right here, but then they can walk across to the ferry stop. So I'm going to go... put some crossings in there. And then I'm just going to fill it with concrete. And it's going to do this goofy stuff that it normally does. But at least I'll have the path in there so people can walk across it. And I'll just put like bushes or something along that stretch. Can I do this just a little bit bigger? And then I'll put something along this side here so it doesn't look so goofy. If I can just get rid of a little bit there. What I'll do is there'll be a fence. I think this will come together. It doesn't look great now, but I think it will come together. For the fence, and then maybe we do need to push this out a bit more and hide it with trees. Yeah, I think that's the play there. Yeah. And then we'll line it with, let me see, let's grab pine trees and put them 5 meters apart. Boy. Turn on anarchy. Just to hide it. And then what we can do is we can maybe make this a park. Maybe this becomes a park sort of in the center of the downtown area. Or the... Now let me see here. We're going to want little bits of fencing where they can walk. And... should be able to walk. Why can't I do that? Wait, why can't I do that? Over here. Why is this causing me problems? What in the world? No, I don't. Why is it snapping to that? Okay, it's gonna snap to that, but then I'm gonna go put that back. I don't know, that's really weird. There. So we can identify where those are, and then we can just line this with like a hedge or a bush or something. And just to make sure that they can cross, I'm going to add a crossing right there. Actually, I'm going to cross there. So you can walk across both of those to the ferry stop. And align this with bushes or trees that are 7 meters apart. Just to... Sometimes prop line tool freaks out on you a little bit. You kind of have to like reset. Okay. Well, there are certainly worse things, I think. Maybe. Do I need to mess with the ferry? Oh. Is that going to reset? Let me get rid of that. And let that go away. It's still stopping there. I may need to redo the entire ferry line, which I can do that. I can do that in between episodes here. We don't need to deal with that right now. So this police headquarters. I said we are gonna do this, and then it turned out to be a ferry episode. Oh my gosh, where's time go? Where does time go when we do this? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, but this is like this is the beauty of Skylines as well. Is just sometimes there's always something to do. There's always something to do. The distractions can be lovely and frustrating all at the same time. But you know what? It's always working toward a bigger and better city. So, but having this stop here, I think, makes a perfect sense for a little park. Because before we built this, surprisingly enough, we didn't have any parks on this side. I guess we had this one, but really there was no proper park life parks over here. We had like these little things, but this seems to be a perfect opportunity for that. So I say we add one. Put that there. Actually, let's make this a proper one right on the stop there, right on the train or on the bus stop. And we can of course move the bus stop, but I think it's fine where it is. We'll do a side gate there and right there. Actually, I'm going to shift this more. We'll do a path that connects these guys up. Path that does that. Okay, so they can like walk along this side, which is nice. I don't mind that they have to walk around the park though. I was thinking, should we have an entrance that connects directly from the park? And I don't think so, because I don't really want to break that up. But then what we can do is maybe there can be like a basketball court in here. And you know what? Let's even put like skate park or something fun down here. Have this be some sort of a recreation type of park. Maybe this is moved over, and we can put like a little plaza or garden, plaza of some sort. And that's making all these people very happy as well, which is good. Fantastic Fountain's just a little too big. This little fountain. Make these connection points. Yeah. That connection, make that connection to there. That connection to there. There. So you can walk in between those. And have the tall high rises around it. I think that's quite nice. I think we're gonna redo some of this and add a little bit more of that flavor of this type of thing that we sort of seemed to start but then didn't really do anything with. I think we're also gonna get rid of all this. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this right now. I hate this, and it doesn't look good, and it's not thought through, and we can do better. We can do better. No one uses it anyway. But this happens when you start. Let's see. Look at this. This is just. What is this? Come on, Jim. What were you thinking? What were we thinking? This feels like a thing where I was like, you know what? We got to put a ferry stop down, and I'm just going to fly through it. That's what that felt like. Like I just need to get this down, and we're working in vanilla, so I'm not going to try to, you know, do a whole lot of things. But now here we are, and we made this beautiful thing, which I think looks really, really good. So everybody, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. You know, it was a little touch and go there in the beginning, but I think it looks quite nice now. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Modded Valley, where we're going to continue working on this, probably do a little bit more with the ferries and some of our pathways and just general stuff. We obviously need to work over here as well. So we'll get to it. Oh, we also made this as well. I kind of forgot about that. We made this as well. So we made some progress. We made some progress in the episode. I think we made some good decisions that I think will impact us. And I need to put the ferry stop back because this is not working. But everybody, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode of Modded Valley here in Skylines. Bye, everybody.